Good morning, everyone. How are you doing? I hope everyone had a very nice weekend. Technically, the weekend is not over. Today is a holiday. Does anyone know what holiday it is? It's Memorial Day. That's right. Who knows what Memorial Day is? Memorial Day is a holiday where we remember those who have passed away in a war, and we think about them and we remember them. My great-grandfather fought in a war. Actually, my father's father fought in a war, but he did not pass away, and but he had friends that did. So we remember those people today, and we think about them. So happy Memorial Day. So 8 more preschool videos left until our preschool year is over. And let's get to our good morning song. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Mud. Good morning, Snowy. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Poppy. Good morning, Samith. Good morning, Vivian. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Kai. Good morning, Jackson. Good morning, Hadley. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Brooke. Good morning, Kate. Good morning, Maggie. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Sujay. Good morning, Thaddeus. Good morning, Stella. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Samantha. Good morning, Abraham. Good morning, Gwen. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Sayan. Good morning, Usman. Good morning, Hannah. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Noah. Good morning, Debbie. Good morning, Gina. We're happy to have you here. Good morning, Zay. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, everyone. We're happy to have you here. All right, so we have I don't have my card today that says 25 friends, but we have our 25 friends. Hopefully you remember what 25 looks like, right? 2, 5. Look who joined us again today. Hi, Musashi. Musashi, say hi. Maybe he'll hang out with us. Okay. So I wanted to say thank you to Usman. Thank you for sending a nice video to me over the weekend. That was really sweet. It was nice to see your face. And I wanted to say thank you to Kate also for a couple of weeks ago sending me some beautiful paintings that she painted. So thank you, Kate. And I also wanted to say I had so much fun over the weekend because I was dropping off some prizes and I was able to see Poppy and Maggie when I was dropping off Poppy's prize. That was so exciting. I got to talk with them from afar for about 10 minutes. And Maggie told me that she has a best friend, and Maggie's best friend is Poppy. And then Poppy told me her best friend is Maggie. So that was great. So thanks, girls, for letting me know who your best friend is. Well, on to the book. Now, Snowy gets to pick the book this week and the prizes. Anyway, so she chose her favorite fairy tale. Can you guess what it is? Okay, let me give you a hint. It's Snowy's favorite fairy tale. It's a very famous one. And it has her name, part of her name in the title. It has the word snow in the title. Does anyone know a story with the word snow in the title? Did you guess Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? Yeah, that's Snowy's favorite fairy tale because snow is in her name, Snowy, Snow White. All right, so it's quite a long book. So sit back and relax. Maybe go get some popcorn. All right, let's begin. Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs by Walt Disney. Long ago, in a faraway kingdom, there lived a lovely young princess named Snow White. Her stepmother, the queen, was cruel and vain. She didn't like anyone whose beauty rivaled her own, and she watched her stepdaughter with angry, jealous eyes. The queen had magic powers and owned a wondrous mirror that spoke. Every day she stood in front of it and asked, "Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of 'em all?" And every day the mirror answered, "You are the fairest of all, O Queen, the fairest our eyes have ever seen." As time passed, Snow White grew more and more beautiful, and the queen grew more and more envious. So she forced the princess to dress in rags and work in the kitchen from dawn until dusk. Despite all the hard work, Snow White stayed sweet, gentle, and cheerful. Day after day she cleaned and scrubbed, and she dreamed of meeting a handsome prince who would come and carry her off to his castle. One day, when the queen spoke to her mirror, it replied with the words that she had been dreading. "Fair is thy beauty, Majesty, but hold, a lovely maid I see, one who is more fair than thee. Lips red as a rose, hair black as ebony, skin white as snow." "Snow White!" shrieked the angry queen. "She must be destroyed." How horrible she is. Very mean. The queen sent for her huntsman. "Take Snow White deep into the forest and get rid of her." The unhappy man begged the queen to be merciful, but she would not be persuaded. "Remember my magic power," she warned. "Obey me or you and your family will suffer." So the next day, Snow White, never suspecting that she was in danger, went off with the huntsman. When they were deep into the woods, the huntsman said, "Oh, I can't kill you," he sobbed. "Forgive me. Please, princess, it was the queen who ordered me to do this." Oh, no. "The queen?" gasped Snow White. "She's mad with jealousy," said the huntsman. "She'll stop at nothing to destroy you. Now quick, run away and don't come back. I'll lie to the queen. Now run, save yourself." Poor Snow White. Frightened, she fled through the woods. Tangled branches tore at her clothes. Sharp twigs scratched her arms and legs. Oh, strange eyes stared from the shadows. Danger lurked everywhere. Snow White ran and ran, until she started to cry, and the gentle animals of the forest gathered around her to comfort her. Chirping and chattering, they led her to a tiny cottage. "Oh," said Snow White, "how sweet! This is like a doll's house." But inside, the little tables and chairs were covered with dust, and the sink was filled with dirty dishes. "Oh my," said Snow White, "perhaps the children who live here are orphans, and they need someone to take care of them. Let's tidy everything up. Maybe they'll let me stay and keep house for them." The animals all helped, and soon the place was spick and span. Meanwhile, the 7 dwarves who lived in the cottage were starting home from the mine where they worked. And on their way, they sang, "Hi-ho, hi-ho, it's off from work we come." The dwarves were amazed to find their house so neat and clean. Oh. They were even more amazed when they tiptoed upstairs and saw Snow White. "Oh, a sleeping girl," said Doc. "She's purty," said Sneezy. But beautiful," sighed Bashful. "Bah," said Grumpy. "She's going to be trouble. Mark my words." Snow White woke up with a start. "Why, you're not children," she said. "You're little men." The dwarves gathered around her. "I read your names on the bed," said Snow White. "Let me guess who you are. You must be Doc." I think that's Doc. "And you must be Bashful." I don't know who Bashful is. "And you must be Sneezy. And you must be Sleepy. And you must be Happy. And Dopey. And you must be Grumpy." When Snow White told the dwarves of the queen's plan to destroy her, they decided that she should stay with them. "We're asking for trouble," huffed Grumpy. "But we can't let her be caught by that wicked queen," said Doc. The others agreed. And that night after supper, they all sang and danced and made music. Oh, they were all good friends now, and Snow White felt safe at last. The queen had learned from the mirror that Snow White was still alive. This time she hissed, "I will finish her." With a magic spell, she turned herself into an old peddler woman. She filled a basket with apples, putting a poisoned apple on top. "One bite," she cackled, "and Snow White will sleep forever. Then I will be the fairest of all the land." Next morning, when they left for the mine, the dwarves warned Snow White to be on her guard. "Beware of strangers," said Doc. "Right," said Grumpy. "Don't let nobody or nothing in the house." "Oh, Grumpy," said Snow White, "you do care about me." "I'll be careful, I promise." She kissed him and the others goodbye, and the dwarves went cheerfully off to work. But a few minutes later, the queen came to the kitchen window. "Baking pies, dearie?" she asked. "It's apple pies the men love. Here, taste one of these." She held the poisoned apple out to Snow White. Snow White remembered the dwarf's warning. "But what harm could a poor old woman do?" she thought. "And that apple does look delicious." She bit the poisoned apple. Then, with a sigh, she fell to the floor. Oh no! Told by the birds and the animals that something was wrong, the dwarves raced back to the cottage. They saw the queen sneaking away and they ran after her. As storm clouds gathered and the rain began to fall, the dwarves chased the queen up a high rocky mountain. Up, up they went to the very top. Crack! There was a flash of lightning and the evil queen fell to her doom below. But it was too late for Snow White. She was so beautiful, even in death, that the dwarves could not bear to part with her. They built a coffin of glass and gold, and day and night they kept watch over their beloved princess. Oh, look how sad they all feel, huh? But don't worry. One day, a handsome prince came riding through the forest. As he saw Snow White, he fell in love with her. Kneeling by her coffin, he kissed her. Snow White sat up, blinked her eyes, and smiled. The prince's kiss had broken the evil spell. As the dwarves danced with joy, the prince carried Snow White off to his castle, where they lived happily ever after. And the dwarves were happy too. The end. Wow. Yep, that was Snowy's favorite fairy tale, all right. Did you guys like that book? Have you guys seen the movie Snow White? I have. I really liked the dwarves when I was a little girl. My favorite dwarf was Bashful. I liked how he was kind of shy, because I was really shy when I was a little girl. Who's your favorite dwarf? Snowy? Who's your favorite dwarf? Let's ask Snowy. Oh, she likes Happy. That's nice. How about you, Mud? Do you have a favorite dwarf? Oh, he said he used to like Grumpy, but now he likes Dopey. That's cute. Yeah, Dopey's cute. I think Dopey's the only one without a beard. Okay, so now we're going to skip our song today because our book was so long, but we're going to talk about Child of the Week. Child of the Week is Gwen. Hi, Gwen. Now, Gwen is our last child of the week. This is very important. And Gwen's really great rule is no knocking down pictures. Great rule, Gwen. Look at this girl knocking down those pictures on the wall. Look at that. It's not nice. No knocking down pictures. Well, over the weekend, Snowy and Mud and I did a lot of art projects. We made picture frames, actually, and we were decorating our picture frames, doing lots of art, and hanging them on the wall. Don't worry, nobody knocked them down, because we were talking about Gwen's rule. And Snowy remembered that when she was a little bear with Mud, she would make art all the time and hang it on the wall, and Mud, he would come and knock them all down. Well, because he didn't know Gwen's rule at the time. He was just a little tiny bear, right? Oh, and Snowy would cry and cry and cry, so I would help Snowy tape the art back on the wall. Then, when we weren't looking, Mud would knock them down again. Oh, it was awful, awful. But now Mud doesn't do that. He knows Gwen's rule. No knocking down pictures. Right. Good job, Gwen. Well, Snowy is going to pick the prize today and the winner. And guess what? Because of Gwen's rule, she decided to give away the winner of the day their own picture frame and some cool jewels to decorate the frame. And then you can hang it on your wall, but don't knock it down. So there are 25 jewels in the bag. 25 because there's 25 friends in our circle time, in our preschool videos, most of the time, right? So there's 25 jewels, one for each person. And you can decorate. Hopefully you have some glue at home. So let's pick the winner. All right. Snowy, you ready? Okay, Snowy, close your eyes. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Sameeth, yay! Sameeth, you win the picture frame with the jewels, yay! All right, let's say congratulations to Sameeth. 1, 2, 3, congratulations, Sameeth. Yay, Sameeth, you get it at the end of the week, so check your doorstep. All right, thanks, Snowy. That was great. I think he'll have a lot of fun with that. Okay, well, I think that's it. The activity this week is to think about this question. What do you like or love the most about yourself? Everybody should like themselves a lot, right? Because each person, each of you is so special. So think about what is your most favorite thing about yourself. Think about it all week, and then we'll talk about it on Thursday. All right, you guys, I will see you tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Bye.